It's 6 a.m. You haven't even opened your eyes yet. And somehow, there's already a cold, wet nose jammed directly into your palm like a tiny, determined doorbell. You crack one eye open and there he is, mid-sploot on the hardwood floor, doing the tippy-taps of someone who has been awake since 4:37 and has been very patient about it. You reach down, half asleep, scratch behind his ears, and catch that smell. You know the one. That weird, specific, almost comforting Frito corn chip smell coming off his paws. And he does it. That little whimper bark, not a real bark, not a full whimper, just that thing, that sound that doesn't have a name. Short pause. Remember that sound. We're coming back to it. Now, most of us grew up with a pretty clean checklist for what a dog needs. Food, water, walks, a warm bed, maybe a toy or two if you're feeling generous. There's even a version of Maslow's hierarchy that trainers use. Physiological needs first, everything else second. It sounds reasonable. It sounds responsible even. Meet the basics and your dog is fine. That's the deal, right? That's what the textbook says. Dogs just need food and walks and actually, wait. No, that's not even close to the full picture. And I don't mean that in an abstract, feels-good way. I mean there is actual peer-reviewed science sitting in academic journals right now that completely dismantles the idea that emotional needs are secondary, or worse, imagined. Your dog is not being dramatic. Your dog is a psychology, a real one. Here's where it gets genuinely fascinating. Back in the early 2000s, researcher Joseph DePaul and his team applied the classic Ainsworth-Strange situation test, originally designed to measure attachment bonds between human infants and caregivers, to dogs and their owners. What they found was striking. Dogs displayed the same patterns of secure and insecure attachment that you see in toddlers. Separation distress, proximity seeking, using the owner as a safe base for exploration. This isn't metaphor. Dogs form genuine, neurologically real attachment bonds with the people who raise them. That's need number one, secure attachment. And once you understand that, a lot of things stop feeling like drama. That gut punch moment when you grab your keys and your dog's ears go flat and his whole face just falls. The irrational little apology voice you use, "I'll be back soon, okay? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." Look directly at the camera and sigh. You've done it. Don't lie. That's not you being ridiculous. That's you correctly reading genuine separation distress in an animal whose nervous system is designed to need your presence. The guilt is real because the need is real. Then there's the eye contact thing, and this one still kind of blows my mind. Miho Nagasawa and colleagues at Azabu University found that mutual gazing between dogs and their owners triggers an oxytocin feedback loop in both species, the same hormone that bonds human parents to newborn infants. When your dog stares up at you with those absolutely devastating eyes, that's not manipulation. Well, okay, it's a little manipulation, but it's also genuine neurochemical bonding happening in real time. That's need number two, eye contact and co-regulation, and this didn't happen by accident. We're talking about roughly 15,000 years of domestication. Wolves that were tolerant of human proximity, that sought closeness rather than fleeing from it, survived better, bred more. Pass those traits on. Generation by generation, across millennia, the social-emotional wiring we see in modern dogs was selected for. Your dog's need for connection isn't weakness or neediness, it's an evolutionary inheritance. It's the product of an ancient collaboration between two species that, honestly, needed each other. So beyond attachment and eye contact, what else is on the actual list? Predictability, sniffing. And I mean wheel, unhurried. Let them sniff the whole fire hydrant for 4 minutes sniffing, because nose work is mental exercise in a way that a brisk 10-minute walk just isn't. Play. Not fetch as a core, but genuine, goofy, chaotic play. And here's where I have to gently roast every generic dog advice article ever written. Experts say 20 minutes of daily exercise meets your dog's activity needs. Pause. Tell that to a husky staging a full operatic meltdown at the front door because you skipped the afternoon walk. Some breeds weren't built for the textbook. The textbook wasn't built for them. Here's the tension though, and it's worth naming it honestly. Studies measuring cortisol and stress hormones in dogs show that constant affection doesn't automatically equal a calmer, happier dog. Some well-loved dogs are still anxious. Some dogs with less physical affection test as more secure. So love alone doesn't fix everything. But, and this is the part that matters, long-term emotional bonding consistently improves welfare outcomes. The data and the feeling aren't in conflict. They're just measuring different things. Love isn't always quantifiable. It still counts. So what does an emotional needs checklist actually look like in practice? Physical affection, on their terms, not just yours. Consistency, routines your dog can predict and trust. Hold up a worn leash. This thing, used at the same time every day, that's a promise you make and keep. Play, calm, regulated presence, because dogs co-regulate with their humans, which means your anxiety is contagious, and so is your peace. And that fur on your black hoodie? Brush it off slowly. That's not a problem. That's evidence. Here's the reframe I want to leave you with. Meeting your dog's emotional needs, all 10 of them, isn't spoiling your dog. It's not anthropomorphizing. It's honoring a bond that's older than recorded history, built through thousands of years of mutual dependence and genuine trust. And that little sound from this morning, that weird whimper bark that doesn't have a name, science says dogs dream in REM sleep, replaying experiences, processing emotion. That sound is your dog talking in their sleep, dreaming, probably about you. Short pause. You came back. You always come back.